Guys, what's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video. This one's going to be a pretty short one, but we're still here. I know I haven't uploaded in forever. I think the last video we uploaded was when I raced my big turbo Fiesta down the track. Well, we don't have that car anymore. We got rid of that car last year in October. We now have a 2021 Crew Cab 5.0 F-150 that we've went down the track with already. Almost ran exactly what the Fiesta ST ran with the big turbo, and my F-150 is all stock, just with some E85 in the tank. Now, this is about this car right here. And I haven't showed you it yet. I just want to say I still have my 2004 Terminator Cobra. That's not going anywhere. But that's in the shop at my mom's, and obviously that's where I store that car. This is a new project car. I picked up this car the other day, and you're not going to believe how much I paid for it. I ended up paying, and you're not going to believe this, this is a 2003 Mustang V6. I know. You're going to be like, oh, well, the paint's bad. Yeah, it is. Paint's pretty rough. It's pretty rough everywhere. That is because this car sat basically in a driveway outside a person's house for 4 years. Without moving, this sat since August of 2022. It's got new tires on it, but obviously we'll replace these. I don't like the wheels, so they are going. But this is all stock car. It doesn't run at the moment. We got basically the issue we kind of figured out what it is. It's the fuel pump. The fuel pump's not priming. We checked the wiring, wiring's good, so we're just gonna get a new fuel pump. It should fire right up. It fires with starter fluid, it's not getting any gas. It's obviously getting spark, but that's not the topic. The topic is we paid $150 for this car. I know. It's crazy, right? And I mean, yes, it's gonna need some TLC. As you guys can see, it's got a scratch right here, and it's got surface rust coming through. Even right down, well, there's no surface rust coming down there. Anyway, let's see, I think right here too. Anyway, just some stuff like that. It's kind of minor, but this is a project car. I'm gonna sand this car all the way down, prime it, paint it again. Now, I'm gonna show you the interior. It's stock interior. Look at that. It's all stock. I did clean it out. It smells a little bit like gas because I overfilled the tank by accident. So we thought it was out of gas. But in all honesty, let's take a seat in here. Anyway, honestly, it's not bad. It's not a bad car. Like I said, it was not really dirty. I think that's the only blemish right here. Looks like a cigarette butt hole. But anyway, guys, we got this car for $150. I mean, you cannot pass that deal up. You can't even get one of these for $150. And if you do, it's usually wrecked and all this. It was a clean title and everything. My buddy's friend had it, or he's his friend, but he works with him too. Anyway, he was gonna take it to the salvage yard. I said, hey, I'll give you this. I'll give you what the salvage yard wants for it. And he said, cool. So $150 later, this is mine. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix it up, I think, for my wife. She used to have a 2019 Mustang GT with the 10-speed and the 5.0. She absolutely loved that car, but she sold it for her Bronco. Now, the thing with this car is, it's a V6. It's got nowhere near the power of the 5.0. And that's kind of, for me, I want a V8 in this car because I'll be driving it too. So it'll be kind of like for the both of us. It's both of ours. We're going to work on it. It's our, she'll learn how to work on cars with this car. So it's kind of nice. It's like a learning experience for her, but it's also a fun little project for me. Now, anyway, there's a couple things we can do. We can either turbo or supercharge the 3.8 V6 in this. Now, if you know what I mean, is the V6 in this is a 3.8. It's an SX engine. They're really not that powerful. I mean, these things make like 140 wheel horsepower stock, 190 horsepower to the crank stock, I believe, but 140 wheel. And I could be wrong on that, but it's about there. It's slow. Anywho, we could do a 4.6 2-valve swap, or like I said, we could boost the V6. Now, I don't want to go into a big swap, no Coyote swaps. I don't have that kind of money. Unless YouTube sponsors me, unless I get some sponsors, yes, we'll completely do the swap. But I'm not holding my breath on that one. So, anywho, we could supercharge or boost this thing with the turbo, and we can either keep the 3.8, we could throw 4.2. Now, the 4.2 is a 3.8 block, which is a 3.8 V6 in this. It's just stroked out to a 4.2. Those come in the F-150s. They're a little bit stronger, and they can make a little bit more power. I think you make like up to like 400 wheel horsepower on a turbo kit on those. Anyway, this is kind of like the safe limits. It's like 300 to 350 wheel. Now, with the 4.6 valve, obviously I'd be swapping it for the sound, the V8 sound. If I wanted cheap power, obviously the 4.2 and the turbo or just the supercharger would be the way to go. And somehow, I think if you actually throw the 4.2 in to these cars, you actually make more torque than the V8, and they might be a little faster. I mean, because the 4.2s from the F-150 make like 200-something horsepower, so it's like almost right up there with the 4.6. Now, if we swap in a 4.6, it will take some time, but we can do like the bolt-ons and stuff. And then basically the end goal for this is keep it automatic and they put an on-3 turbo kit on it, unless we throw like a Pro Charger on it or something like that. I would love a Pro Charger on a 2-valve if we swap it, but that's kind of where we are at with this car. Now, for 150 bucks, you're probably thinking, well, why don't you get it painted a little bit, turn around and sell it, and then go buy you a GT? Well, I could do that, but for the money, I'd rather make this one my own. I'd rather it be a project car, like I said, for my wife and I. She can build this, and she could say she built it, or she could build it with me, and we could say we built it ourselves. That's the better wording. And I know the resale value won't be there because it's a V6. I totally get that. But at the end of the day, I don't expect this car to bring 10 grand once I'm finished with it. I don't even expect it to bring 5 grand. I would just be putting in the money into this car for one thing only, and that's for me and my wife to have fun with. And that's really all that matters. So, anyway, let me know in the comments what you'd guys like to see. Would you guys like us to build the 3.8? Would you guys like to see a 3.8 build? Would you guys like us to see us swap in a 4.2 and boost that, keep the V6 kind of platform and make it like a sleeper? Or would you like us to swap in a 4.6 valve? I have considered a 4.6 valve, and I don't know if that entails a little bit more stuff than the 4.6 valve swap. I've gotten everything basically jotted down I need for the 4.6 valve swap. So if the 4.6 valve swap is not that much more complicated, you can post in the comments and I'll look into that and doing that. But I can go to the pull apart here local to me and usually find 99 throw 4 Mustang GT parts and stuff. So that's why the 2-valve swap is a little bit more easier for me to do in a sense than a 4-valve swap, because they don't have Mach 1s or Cobras there. And yes, I know you can get the 4-valve in another vehicle, but I'm just saying if it's more complicated, that's my only issue. But let me know in the comments what you guys want. I'm excited to start the project, and it's going to be a fun one. So the first thing we're going to do is get this thing running. So that will be the next episode you guys see, is us getting the car running and stuff like that. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be fun. See you there. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button for more content. We'll see you in the next video. Peace, guys.